Hello, it's your Barbie collector friend next door, and I am here. Normally, I try to produce positive content. I think those of you that have watched my videos, you know I love Barbies, and so all I have to say are really positive things. I mean, there was one time where I dropped a hamster and it rolled all over the floor when I was unboxing those Barbie mini lands, and then there was another time, where I told you that the earrings on the 2024 holiday Barbie are atrocious, which they are. So periodically, I have some thoughts on Barbies, okay? I mean, I do love them and I have a lot of them, and so I do have some definite opinions. But this has never happened to me before, and I'm so heartbroken, and I want to talk with you, and I want you to tell me if I have a fake Stanley or not. I don't know that much about Stanleys, okay? I only got into Stanley when they made Barbie edition Stanleys, okay? So before this, I was like, no, I don't need one of those cups. And then I got one, and it's actually quite functional because it holds 40 ounces of water, y'all. And so it looks cooler than when I was carrying around my Igloo half gallon, which I thought looked cool because it was like retro looking, but it was not a Barbie edition 40-ounce Stanley with a handle. That's the nice thing about the Stanley is the handle, honestly. But anywho, this is an original Stanley, okay? Well, I recently ordered 2 Stanleys because I thought, oh, they're a reasonable price. I thought prices are probably only going to continue to go up. And since these are $60 a piece, which is still inflated, I thought, I should buy them now before they climb even higher and higher. Okay, well, I bought them from I won't say what retailer because I don't need to be sued or anything, but I bought them from a big box retailer, and I bought them online. However, it was through the retailer's site, so I thought they were authentic. It wasn't until I received them that I started to question, because there are some things that are just not quite right. And so those of you that know Stanley, I want you to help me evaluate. And I also want those of you that are Barbie collectors that are out there wanting to buy these cute cups, I want you to press pause and make sure that what you're buying is the real thing, because they are selling these things for $120 on eBay, and I don't think they're all real. And if I'm going to spend $120, I want the real thing. I don't want a duplicate fake. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm talking to myself here, but so I want to show you guys the authentic versus what I think might be some fakes. I want to ask you, and I would love for you to comment and tell me if I need to return these or not. I still have time to return them, but I need to make my decision by February 20th. So if enough of you tell me that they are fakes, then I can go get my money back. Because, I would rather buy some more Barbies than own a fake edition Stanley, because, you know what I mean? That's not what I want. I'm getting it for the Barbie logo. Okay, I'll stop. I digress. So this is a legit Stanley. I know this because it came from Stanley.com. And it's absolutely beautiful. You guys have seen me unbox this, and it's gorgeous. I actually have 2. I have a one that's completely in the box, and then I have one, you guys, that I am actually using. I am actually using this Barbie Stanley. It goes to work. I put stickers on it, you guys. I think you guys told me. Somebody commented, I remember, and you were like, you should just use it. And here I am. I've been using it. And so, you can see, I literally use it today. So yeah, I know you might comment oh, gross. But I think it looks pretty good for being used today, don't you? Anyway, yeah. So this is the real McCoy, y'all. This is it. This is a real Stanley. Okay, this is also a real Stanley. I made a video of this one and I never posted it, and so I will post it, you guys. This is also a real Stanley. I actually bought this one on eBay. However, it was months ago, and I think there wasn't as many fakes being produced as there are now, because this one is authentic. But I did spend quite a penny for it, but I wasn't even watching for fakes because I didn't even know that that was a thing until I go through what I thought was a reputable retailer, only to discover that they have third-party retailers. So anyway, I did buy this one on eBay, and thank you to that seller for selling me an authentic. Now here's what I bought. Okay, I bought a Barbie and the rockers. Okay, I think it's fake, and we're gonna look at why. And then I bought Peaches and Cream here, of course, in honor of Peaches and Cream Barbie back there. There she is. Anyway, and honestly, when I first opened them on the video, the first video I made, I thought they were real. And I'm still kind of hoping that they are, but I have a bad feeling, which is why I'm making this video. Okay, because I don't think they're real. Okay, so the first thing I noticed when I was opening these was that the plastic on the box is like very, 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 very flimsy. It's not intact, which I thought seemed a little weird. The other thing, I mean this side too, the other thing I had noticed was that they sent them in a bag like this. Each one was in a bag like this, not the Stanleys that I had received previously. They were in like legit boxes, as well as being like double packed. It was this box inside of a box that the Stanley was in. So there was like a level of quality shipping that was very different. Okay, but I was like, all right, because you know, these have been out a while. I even thought maybe I bought a return. Like maybe the Stanley I bought was a return. So I proceed, right? And I have 2 videos where I spent all this time making these videos to show you guys, only to decide later that I believe they're fake. Okay, so if you're checking out this box, all right, the side has the print, the front, it says just Peachy, Barbie, it's got the emblem, even this side, and then on the back, it's got the ribbon. It even got 65 years of Barbie on the bottom. And if you go look at an authentic box, this is exactly what they look like, you guys. So, I mean, here's an authentic box. Okay. Now, of course, this is the icon, so it's not an exact replica, but check them out. So, I mean, I would say comparable. The size would not be my first telltale sign of a fake. Okay, but look, even the Barbie Stanley on the emblem on the box looks good. The shaping of everything, I mean, it looks on the side. I mean, if you go look at the authentic on the Stanley website, it looks just like this. Okay, and then, I mean, even the back, if we look at the back, the way it has the 65 years of Barbie, it's got the label, you know, Quencher. It's all there. It's all there, okay? Like it's even got the Mattel. I mean, the little, look, it has it. They both have it. So maybe, what if it's not, hopefully it's not a fake, but I think you're going to tell me it is. Okay, and then let's look at the bottom here. Okay, so on the bottom, let's see what this bottom has. Okay. And honestly, I didn't look at the bottom that. This says Stanley 1913, built for life, Barbie associated trademarks. Okay, let's see what this has on the bottom. This says Barbie associated trademarks, Stanley1913.com. It's got the same emblem, built for life, same emblem. I mean, it has all the same wording on the bottom, same font. I mean, it's dirty. It definitely is dirty because of the way that it was shipped. But I mean, looks very, very similar to me. I have my Barbie icon. I have the kin. Oh, you guys, because I have not put this on my channel yet, but here's the kin. Oh, that's just the topper that's like slid down a little bit. But anyway, it's fabulous. I mean, look at the boxing here. It's completely intact. Completely. There's nothing wiggling. There's nothing weird. Anyway. So I have the icon and the kin. Let's open up this Just Peachy. Actually, how about we focus on the rockers, since I kind of focused on the box of the Just Peachy, because the rockers looks the exact same. Okay, it's got the same Barbie Stanley. The only thing I thought was weird was the shipping. They were both in a separate bag, and then the quality in the box. I mean, even look at this. And then it also had like a bump right there, but I thought maybe that's just a returned. Maybe this is just a returned. And then this side, it's like loose. It's like the plastic is loose. So I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Right, and this side, it's not sealed down all the way. I thought, okay, but everything else on the box, I mean, I looked at the boxes online, right? And then I compared them to the real deal. This looks real to me. Okay, on the top, Barbie and the rockers. On the back, you got the Quencher, all of this, even the Barbies on the bottom, the Mattel symbol. I mean, it even says at Barbie at Stanley _ brand. Does it have that on anything? Let's see. I didn't notice that. At Barbie, yeah, at Stanley brand. Let's see if this one had it. Yeah, it does. At Barbie, at Stanley _brand. I didn't even notice that before. So even the authentic one and what I think might be a fake has it. Okay, so I think this one is the fake. Okay, now let's analyze it. So we open it up. Everything in the box felt really the same. Okay, so check this out. It's got the flap. It's got, you know, the Barbie and Stanley, and see how tightly it's all wrapped? I mean, it's wrapped really nicely. It's got the little inside. I did re-wrap this because I took it all out on my previous video to show you. And so it even has the little envelope where it says Barbie and Stanley. And then I opened it and it's fabulous. I mean, it's got the stickers. If you guys tell me this is not a fake, then I'm going to go ahead and publish my other video. But I don't want to promote a fake. You know what I mean? I didn't want to put that other video out and then have people be like, you know, that's a counterfeit. You're like hurting the whole industry, you know. I care about this brand. Anyways, and so then, you know, everything was wrapped really nicely. It even has this little top thing holding it all together. Now, here's where it starts to get weird. So I did notice the straw is kind of wonky. It was fitting here a little bit wonky. The plastic is pretty like long. I don't even think my other straws were wrapped. Okay, the other thing I noticed right away is this is clear. None of my Barbie Stanleys had clear straws. Okay, this one was pink and it matched the lid. And this one is brown and it matched the lid as well. So meanwhile, I go and I look online, the Stanley.com ones, they're not clear, but people are selling clear ones and they're saying that they are authentic. So again, I am still questioning, maybe just hopefully clear. Okay. Then I pull this out and one of the things I immediately noticed was that it didn't have the little paper piece. Because both of my Stanleys, the Icon and the Kin, they have this beautiful little paper piece in the bottom here that's holding the Stanley. It's like perfectly cupping it so that it's protecting it from getting any scratches in transit. I mean, that's like a cool like quality aspect, right? So that's where I thought that was kind of weird. I mean, immediately does not have that. Plus the fitting of the box. Okay, concerns. So now let's take a look at the Stanley itself. It's clear, but I thought maybe they've made so many. Now they're like on the back end of the trend. So perhaps they're starting to make them with clear lids. I mean, I'm trying to justify this and talk myself into believing that this is one. Anyway, so then I open it. And I mean, both of my real Stanleys, when I opened them, they were a little bit tight to open. Okay, and inside it had one piece of paper. My other Stanleys had 2 pieces of paper. I mean, it even has the little emblem on the bottom, the little recycle emblem. Do you see it? I mean, that's just like the real deal, right? I don't know. Maybe this is real. Now I'm thinking maybe it is real. Like maybe it is. I mean, on the bottom, it has a little barcode, but the barcode is on top of the like etching, and so that kind of worries me because I'm like, are they trying to hide that everything's not the same? Okay, let's just compare it. Let's just keep going, and you can tell me, I mean, if you think it's real or fake, because I honestly don't know, and I'm sad about this. I'm not going to put the straw in because I don't want to potentially, you know, if I'm planning to return this, I don't want to open everything up on it. And so I'll take the straw out of my pink one that I was using literally today, so that we're comparing kind of apples to apples here. Okay, so here's both Stanleys. Okay, I mean, all things equal, they look the same to me. I mean, we're talking 2 Stanleys. They're the same size, right? Aren't they? Yeah, they're the same size. They're the same size. Okay, they both have the Stanley emblem. So I don't know, like I watched these videos and stuff about fakes, and I thought, man, how do these people even tell? Oh my gosh, do you see it? Is one Stanley like a little chunkier than the other Stanley? Or do you see that? Like the chest size of the one Stanley, is that I don't know. Am I making something up at this point? I don't see what I mean. It's so, if it is a fake, it's sure a good one. Okay, and the handles, one of the things that they said to watch for was like where the handle is positioned, like how far down. Okay, well, really, they're positioned about the same, down from the rim. Like, let's see if I put them on the table. I mean, they're about the same. But does it look to you like the black handle sticks out further? It really does look to me like the black handle sticks out further. Okay, let's get out the ruler because this is what everybody's doing online. Okay, so if I put the ruler, we're at 1 1/4 on how far away this handle is from the mug itself. Okay, so let's do this one. Here we go. Oops, sorry, you're shaking there a little bit. Okay, and this one is 1 1/4. Okay, well, that's the same. Maybe this one's authentic. You'll have to tell me because now I'm like convinced I have a fake on my hands. I don't know. Okay, and then you're supposed to look at how far below this metal line the Stanley is. This is 1 centimeter. This one, let's see this one. How far below the line? Oh, 1 centimeter. Maybe it looks like maybe 1.5 centimeters. It looks like 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so my other concern though with this one is that I can't quite tell if the print is the exact same as what I saw online, like the coloration and stuff. So if you actually have this cup, if you would look at this coloration and tell me if you think that it's the same coloration, because I thought it was a little bit weird, like this fuchsia in the video, it almost looks kind of reddish. But it's fuchsia. It does look fuchsia like from here. Anyway, so it does say Barbie all over the place. It's like raised, similar to the authentic Stanley. The Kin Stanley has a paisley that's raised. Look at this. So it has like the little, like the sprinkles of paint, you know, that look to it. It was very late 80s, early 90s. It's even got the little Barbie emblem here underneath the handle. There it is. And it's etched. It's etched in there. Let's see, does it feel, actually, it feels a little more shallow. Oh, does it? Let's see. Yeah, it feels a little bit more shallow actually in the etching aspect of it. So anyway, anywho, and in the, you know, they said you could tell in the weight that you could tell like one would be substantially heavier or lighter, and really they weigh like very, very similar. I mean, I don't need to get on my scale to feel whether or not they're about the same weight. There's not a substantial difference just immediately. And this is an authentic Stanley, and this paisley is raised on it. Although the etching of the horseshoe and the etching of the Barbie, as well as the etching of this Stanley symbol, you can feel the depth of the etching. And meanwhile, this one, you can't. It's not, I don't know if you can notice it, but it's not deep. It's there and you can feel the etching, but it's not as deep. Let's see if you can see this one, like the depth of it. If I tilt it just right. I don't really think you can. Maybe you can see it a little bit, but it does have some depth to it that I believe that this one that I think is fake doesn't. But everything else is the same. Like if you're wondering, you know, does it have the Stanley emblem on the top? Yes, it does. But the lid is supposed to be purple and the straw is supposed to be purple. And then, I mean, it looked to me like the handle was sticking out a little far. And then if you look underneath, look at the screw. There's a screw right here and it's the right shape on the screw, but it's like not flush. It's like, can you see it? It's like crooked. The screw is crooked. Okay. But then if you look at like the icon over here, the screw is perfectly placed. It's perfectly placed. It's not crooked. Now let's take a look at the peachy one. This is from the same big box vendor, but a different online third party. So then I get this one and it looks like really good. It's got the same Barbie and Stanley on the top. And then it has this beautiful little envelope. But when I was opening this one, I noticed right away, no stickers. Now, this is my first of these, so I don't know. Does it have stickers? Please, someone tell me. Does the Just Peachy have stickers with the Stanley or not? Because I couldn't find them online to figure out if the authentic one does or doesn't, and this one does not. So maybe they're just doing a really good job with faking it by not including stickers. Anyway, so then you open it. It's got the same like packaging you guys saw when I was showing you all the sizing. Everything's the same. The only thing is like the quality of the packaging. But again, clear straw, and it's not quite, it's not like a nice flush packaging, okay? And it's even like ripped here on the side, and I haven't seen anything that Stanley's made that indicated that they would make things that are ripped. Okay, but same thing where it does not have that little piece in the bottom. So then I thought, well, maybe these are just like the show, like the floor models, right? Maybe I just bought the floor model. So maybe this box was a little bit more beat up because, you know, it was in the back rolling around. I've made a lot of excuses to try to help myself think that these are authentic, you guys. But anyway, so this one, same kind of things. It is etched. It is etched, but not as deeply. It doesn't feel like the grooves are as deep. Okay, so I mean, if you're looking here, I wish I had the real peachy one so that we could compare like exactly. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I stare at it so long I can't even tell if there's anything different. I mean, they look very, very similar to me. I don't know. Okay, so again, they look really like the same size. Check out the handles. The only thing is these handles on the ones that I think might be fakes, they look like they're sticking out further. Like when I measured them, it wasn't the case. So I don't know if that's just the difference in colors with the Stanleys. Okay, let's measure how far this one goes. Because if you notice, this one's a little bit further down than the other one was. Okay, well, what am I doing here with this? Okay, so this one is definitely 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters. And again, our authentic Stanley was definitely 1 centimeter. So we already know that this handle is lower. When I feel them, one does not feel considerably heavier or lighter. I would say this one does feel, the fake one, or the one I think might be fake, does feel a little bit heavier to me. Again, I hope they're not fake. When I looked online and I looked at this one, I thought everything really looked the same as the authentic, the way that it has Barbie there. And it's even raised feeling. It's got the little etched emblem underneath the handle. And I mean, this one only had 1 paper inside instead of 2 papers, which the authentic had 2 papers. This one only has 1 paper. And then, but it does have the same little recycle emblem. And then on the bottom, it's the same thing as the other one, where it shows and it looks like the same, but I don't know, it's got a barcode. So then I was like, well, maybe they're just floor models, right? Maybe these are just the floor model ones. So anywho, tell me if you think that I should return them by February 20th, or if I should just keep them, because I mean, if they're fakes, I'm not keeping them because I don't want to contribute, because I love Barbie and I'm not going to help people fake anything with Barbie on it. That's firstly. But secondly, I paid for the price of a real Stanley. I mean, I could see where if these were, you know, priced at $20, where then obviously you'd be like, okay, I'm paying for a lesser item. You know, maybe it wouldn't bother you as much if it was a fake. But I paid $60 and it even said it was on sale. Like it was like on sale down from what they're currently pricing them at, which they're sold out. So they're impossible to find unless you're on eBay. And then on eBay, you have people that have what look like authentics and people that look like it's fake. But even the people that have what I think are fakes are saying they're authentic. So then I'm like, am I just, you know, cooking something up? I don't know. Please, I'm sorry this video is super long. Give me your thoughts on whether or not you think that my new Stanleys are authentic or fake. You guys, it's a Barbie world and we're just living in it.